Who do you call when you need help? Good morning, Cornerstone fam. I woke up this morning with a word on my heart. I thought I would share it with you today. I hope that it's an encouraging word for your day and for your week. You know, we've gone through a significant community crisis, and there have been lots of people in need, and they've called out, and it's been good to see friends, families, neighbors, churches, and our community come together to help one another. It got me thinking about those times in my life when I've needed help. Who do I call on? And I woke up this morning with Psalm 121 on my heart, which begins with, I look to the hills. Where does my help come from? We get in these seasons and times in our life when we need help. And I've been thinking about that and looking back on my life, you know, when I would come to a place where I just couldn't figure it out on my own, when I couldn't fix it, when something was broken, I would often call my dad. Seems like my dad could fix just about anything. And when we lived closer, he would often stop what he was doing to come and help me out, and he would get it fixed. He would help us get going. He would keep us moving. I still call my dad when I need something fixed. He can't often come and help me in person, but he has a wealth of wisdom to offer that helps us to get things fixed. Who do you call when you need help? I love that the psalm writer goes on to say, I look to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. The psalm writer reminds us that we can call on God and he can help us. You know, as we get past this community crisis, the truth is we still need help in life. One of the things that gets us stuck is that we live with some fierce independence and we don't ask for help. We don't seek help. You know, it makes me think of my daughter. She's fiercely independent, and when she was younger, she was 2 or 3, she would often get herself stuck. She would struggle through things because she wouldn't ask for help. I remember trying to buckle her in her car seat, and she was probably 3, and she was trying to buckle it herself. I'd reach in to help, and she would often say, no, Dad, I'd do it myself. And I'd watch as she struggled to try to buckle herself in until finally I had to reach in and help. I remember one time she wanted to climb a tree in the backyard just like her big brothers, and I told her no, she was too little to be climbing that tree, but she didn't listen to me, and she got herself in the tree and she got herself stuck. I was watching as she was struggling and to get down. I reached in to help. She said, no, Dada, I do it myself. And I watched as she scraped herself up and she struggled and she exhausted herself trying to get out of that tree and just couldn't do it until finally she called out, Dada, help. And of course, I stepped in and helped her out of the tree. I think of that picture because that's our God. The psalm writer wants us to understand first and foremost that we need help in life. Secondly, he wants us to understand that our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, that nothing is too hard for him. Thirdly, he wants us to understand that we can call on him and he is there to help us. So this week, Cornerstone, let's respond to those calls. Let's respond to those needs. Let's help one another as the hands and feet of Christ. But let's remember that our help ultimately comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. I hope that you have a blessed week, Cornerstone. Get ready. God's on the move. God bless.